If you were arrested, you bonded out, and you have an upcoming court date, there's something that you need to do right now that you're probably not doing yet. And I can tell you right now that at least some of you are not going to like what I'm going to tell you, but it's super important. My name is Veronica. I'm a criminal defense attorney here in California, and I help people put their cases behind them so that they can enjoy their lives and their freedom. Okay, so what is the one thing that you should be doing right now if you are a criminal defendant? You need to start going to therapy. Now just bear with me. Don't turn this off and click on to something else. I'm going to explain why. This applies to you even if you have already been to court. Of course, trust your lawyer, listen to your lawyer, but you're obviously looking for extra advice, and here I am to give it to you. The defendants who get the best deals in criminal cases don't just get them because their lawyer is great. Don't just get them because maybe the evidence against them isn't that strong. They also get them because they present what's called mitigation, good things about them and hardships that they've experienced. And a big part of that is conveying to the DA the idea that even if you did nothing wrong, and I'll get into that in a second, even if you did nothing wrong, the fact that you were arrested, or even if you were just given a citation for criminal court, scared you so much that you realized, all right, I have to do something about this. I have to make a change. Again, even if it wasn't your fault, you obviously don't want to be in this situation again, right? We have to show to the DA, hey, you don't need to punish my client. He's already scared, right? He already knows that this is very serious, because a lot of criminal defendants are not taking their cases seriously, and you want to show that you are one of the people who is taking your case seriously and who will never end up getting arrested again. That's what they're looking for. That is how you get a second chance. That is one of the things, if you have enough time before your first court date to have an attorney contact the DA, you want to be able to show the DA, look, my client, I'm not saying my client did anything wrong, but he's horrified that he was arrested. It was a terrible situation. It was miserable. He's not a criminal. He doesn't belong in jail. And so he decided to start going to counseling after that. Now, by counseling, I am talking about therapy. And yes, you can do it online, but I do not recommend using BetterHelp. I've had clients who use that, and the problem isn't necessarily that the quality of care is not good. I think it's hit or miss with anything like that. But the problem is that getting proof from them of your sessions can sometimes be very, very difficult. And I've actually had the proof that they gave us rejected by the judge because the judge said, well, they didn't sign it. So now it's like pulling teeth to get them to docu-sign it. There is actually one that I do recommend, and I put a link to it in the description box below. They actually gave me a 20% off link for anybody who wants to sign up, so I give it to my clients, and I'm giving it to you here as well. Now, I know that you may be thinking, okay, I don't need therapy though. A neighbor called the police because I was having an argument with my wife, and the police came out and they saw that she had a bruise on her from a rollerblading accident the day before. I didn't do anything wrong. Why would I go to counseling? Isn't that an admission of guilt? And maybe you're feeling outraged and you're like, the police never should have arrested me in the first place. Now I had to pay for bond. I have to try to pay a lawyer, you're telling me, before court to try to get these charges dropped. This is BS. I don't want to have to go to counseling. Okay, but do you want your charges dropped? Because if you do, then you need to show the DA that you're taking this really seriously. You know how many repeat offenders there are in criminal cases? You know how many people will say F the judge or F the DA or whatever in court? You want to show that you're one of those people, you're a normal person, like the DA thinks of himself as, and of course you take this really seriously. This is horrifying. And look, you were arguing with your wife, so talk about that. And you want to show the DA you never want to be in this situation again. So even though arguing with your wife isn't illegal, if it's loud enough that the neighbors are hearing it, the police are getting called, and you're getting arrested, you probably want to take some action to avoid that in the future. And that the online therapy that I link in the description box down below actually has couples therapy too. So maybe your wife is the problem and she's the one who was really loud. But if she was, then fine, go to couples therapy, right? Go do that. But take some kind of therapy. I like recommending online because sometimes I'll have clients that tell me, well, the wait to get into this doctor is 2 months, or I have to figure it out with my insurance, or I don't have time to call these places. So, okay, do it online. That way, especially if you have a busy schedule, it's really convenient for you. You have all of your proof right there, and that can help you. And is this showing that you are guilty? No, it's not. Anybody can get therapy. It doesn't matter if you are arrested or not. You can show proof of therapy, because many times the DAs also like to think, okay, something went wrong, right? You got arrested. I think you can agree with that too, right? Something went wrong that you got arrested. And so you are now taking this action. There was some problem before. Who knows what it was? It's being dealt with in therapy confidentially. But now you're taking this action to take care of that problem. So there's no need for jail. There's no need for a criminal record or probation or prison or any of that, because the problem is already taken care of. That is what you need to convey. And it's not in any way an admission of guilt that they can use against you if the case goes to trial, for example. So it's absolutely worth it. Start doing that now. Even if you can't afford an attorney, you can probably afford therapy. So I recommend that everyone do that, whether it's through the online therapy that I'm linking or through something else or through your own insurance company. Make sure you start that as soon as possible. It can only help you. I hope you found this video helpful. If you do have a criminal case in California, feel free to give me a call or book a call with me down below. And if you did find it helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring the bell.